Let us look at this problem called find the first node of loop in the linked list. So you're given a single linked list of n nodes. Find the first node of the loop if the linked list has a loop. If a loop is present, return the node data of the first node of the loop, else return -1. So example, in this case, there is a loop till 3. 3 is the first node of the loop, so 3 is returned. In this case, there is no loop, so -1 is returned. And so that's it. So let's discuss this problem on a whiteboard. I am not going to go over the actual proof of the algorithm, but I'm just gonna go over the actual algorithm, but not the proof of it. So let's say we are given a linked list, something like 1, 2, 3, 4, some random linked list. Let's say there is a cycle like this. So first of all, the approach to find whether or not there is a cycle, we use two pointer technique. We use a slow pointer and a fast pointer. So we'll have a slow pointer and we'll have a fast pointer. Slow pointer moves one step and the fast pointer moves two step. All right, so let's do that. So our slow pointer and fast pointer both will start at the head of the linked list, and then slow pointer will move to 2, fast pointer will move to 3 instead. It will take two steps, it will make a jump. Slow pointer will go to 3, fast pointer will go from 3 to 5. Then slow pointer goes from 3 to 4, fast pointer jumps from 5 to 7. Slow pointer moves from 4 to 5, fast pointer jumps from 7 to 3 to 4, right? Slow pointer moves from 5 to 6, fast pointer moves from 4 to 6, right? Two steps. So from 4 to 8 jumps. And now the fast pointer and slow pointer meets. If the fast pointer and the slow pointer meet at some point, then it means there is a cycle. Otherwise, at one of those, typically the fast pointer will just reach null, right? And then we'll stop and find. And if there is no cycle, that means there will always be a you will reach null. And if there is a cycle, that means you will continuously be in a loop, and at some point slow pointer and fast pointer will meet. So this is how you figure out if there is a cycle or not. Now, how to find the first node of this cycle? So now let's look at how to find the first node of cycle. For this, again, we use two pointer technique. So we have a pointer 1 and we have a pointer 2. Pointer 1 we start from the head of the list, and the pointer 2 is the pointer or is the node where the slow pointer and the fast pointer on the previous step met. So that was 6. And now we move these both 1 step. So from 1 it goes to 2, from 6 it goes to 7, from 2 it goes to 3, from 7 it goes to 3, and where they meet, it's the first node of the cycle. So that's the entire logic. Let's quickly code it up. So I go back to the code. Here is where we have to write our code. So first we have to find if there is a cycle. So let's call slow pointer. Slow pointer equals to head, and fast pointer is also equals to head. And while fast pointer is not null, fast pointer has to move two steps. We also want to check fast.next is not equals to null, and slow is not equals to null. Basically we keep moving, so fast equals to fast.next, and slow equals to slow.next. And if at any point fast and slow meet, that means there is a cycle. So here you do break essentially. Maybe we can set up a variable boolean which say whether or not there is a cycle. So we can maybe initialize has cycle to false. And now if you're out of this while loop and has cycle is false, if not has cycle, well then return -1. Otherwise there is a cycle. So if there is a cycle, now again two pointer techniques, right? So node pointer 1 is at the head and pointer 2 is where the fast and slow pointers match the last value of either of them, right? And now let's do, and now we know there is a cycle. So while pointer 1 is not equals to pointer 2, just do pointer 1 equals to pointer 1 dot next and pointer 2 equals to pointer 2 dot next. And when you come out of this while loop, we are at the point where we have the first node of the cycle, so we just return pointer 1 dot data. And that's our entire code. Let's compile and run. It passes. Let's submit. All right. So that's it. This is a typical algorithm. It's at times you would be asked, hey, find out if there is a cycle, and then the follow-up would be, okay, if there is a cycle, find out what is the first node. Uh, so that is a typical algorithm, Floyd's cycle finding algorithm in the linked list that everyone should be aware of.